going on, guys? What's going on? Hope all is well. Hope all is well. It's another Friday, 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 and you already know what it is. It's battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. I'm your host, Brandon Abbey. You see my shirt, man. Team Rhino. I gotta support my people in my group and my community. Um, Man, it's so exciting to be here Friday evening. You know, there's a lot of things you could be doing right now. But one, I would definitely say subscribe to Battle Tested Live on YouTube. Do not forget that. Like, that is super important because you'll get the replays when this thing gonna drop. You can go back and listen to it. Like last week's show was on fire. We had a great conversation. If you didn't watch it, you need to go and watch it because you was missing out. But you can go and get the replay though, sitting on YouTube right there, waiting on you to come and click on it. And it's waiting on you to go click on it. That's all. But we all battle tested. What doesn't break you builds your brand. And we talked about last week. We talked about having hard conversations. And we had a communications expert, somebody I know from Landmark. She's been doing her thing and building companies and things of that nature. So it's always good to have great people, especially guests, to come on and be able to share their knowledge and share their gifts, share their gifts with it, and be with it. After last week. Composed, right? I felt composed earlier in the week to really bring that, not really talk about communications, but let's talk. Let's they say the elephant in the room. Let's identify the elephant in the room. See, the elephant in the room is a lot of the times, many times, I ain't say a lot of the times, but many times we don't have real conversations, real communication, and real thoughts, if you will, thoughts, because of three things. And I identify these things is very crucial and it's so minuscule, but also crucial. So minuscule, but it's also crucial. And those three things are no filter, no concerns, and no ego. No filters, no concerns, no ego. Imagine this right here. I want you to imagine this. Take a moment. If you're driving, continue to drive. Continue doing what you're doing. Just listen in. Just listen in and be able to tap into the space. But imagine you had no filters, no concerns, and no ego. Imagine that. Just imagine that. Probably close your eyes. I'm gonna close my eyes and imagine that for myself. But if you're driving, don't close your eyes now. But no filter, no concern, no ego. Think about that for a second. Take a moment, 30 seconds. No filter, no concerns, no ego. Wow. Did you have a glimpse of the freedom that comes with? If you had no filter, no concern, no ego, the freedom to be that will allow you to step into the freedom to be in life. See, we're all human beings in life. See, we are spiritual beings living a human experience. I repeat, we are spiritual beings living a human experience. You ever had one of those things? I was having a powerful conversation with one of my mentors earlier this week. It was super cool. He was we were just chopping it up and really diving in deep. And And he started talking about deja vu. He really started talking about deja vu and that being remote. And he started talking about that and start diving into it a bit. I've had a lot of deja vu moments where my spirit was in a location and I wasn't in there. And I come in there like, man, and you get the choice, you get the choice to live things out or tip a different direction. And so for me, one of the times I was sharing with him, I had a deja vu moment and I was supposed to get an argument with the person. However, I chose not to. I guess my, reality was different after that point. It became different. It was what it was. But are you reacting? You got to think about this right here. A lot of the times many times, let me stop using the word a lot of the times. Many times we are actually reacting to our reality rather than we're not creating the story. See, we are reacting to things instead of being active in our life, allowing it to just, be. Creating a space for it. See, the greatest prison isn't failure. The greatest prison, I'm gonna stop saying a lot of, many. Say many. Many are imprisoned up here. They're doing a life sentences for one incident that they did years ago. And they have this filter. The prison door is open. The prison door is open. However, they got this up here, what they think they could do, what they think they couldn't do, who they think they are, who they think they're not. See, your biggest lessons come when you accept failure. Accept failure just like you accept wins. You accept failure just like you accept wins. It is what it is. You get what you get. See, the greatest prisons become the version of you that hasn't been designed. See, we wear filters. We wear this mask for people so much. We wear this mask. It's like these glasses, right? These are Oakleys. It's like this right here. We walk around with these glasses on. We go around in life. We walk around. No, I'm not the man in black, but I am the man in black. Okay? So it's like we wear these glasses. And can you see through the glasses? Yeah, absolutely. You can see through them. I can go through this whole show with these glasses on. I go through this whole show with these glasses on. And I kind of talked about this a little bit before earlier in the season. I talked about this. Wearing these glasses. However, what if we took these off? What if we look like you've seen life from a different point of view? You can see it. You can feel it. You can taste it. You can touch it. You've seen life. See, your life is so extraordinary. See, your life is so extraordinary, but it's not extraordinary. It's not something you have to go and achieve. See, extraordinary is what remains when fear and approval and ego no longer exist in it. You're extraordinary. And when you take these glasses off, you're still extraordinary. You're free. You're free. You're free from the confines of your mind, and it's not a better version of you. You're just free. You can get to choose to. Like, I just remove the glasses. You can remove the mask. Like, you remove the glasses. Like, you remove the glasses. I remove the glasses. I can put them back on. But what do I get by placing them back on my face? I can still see through them. What about yourself? What if you had, think about what I want you to really take a glimpse on in your mind or in your thought where you put the glasses on, you continue to wear your glasses and the mask is heavy. So the glasses are a replica of what your mask looks like. Many walk around, many walk around with glasses or masks on all day, all night. So they don't even take it off when they're so used to it. It's when they wake up in the morning, they come on. They got to be a certain person. You're a certain person while you're at work. You're a certain person while you're at home with your wife or your spouse or your significant other. You're a certain person with your children. You're a certain person with your friends, with your community. Certain person. Show up. There's no filter. No concerns. No ego. Truly, if you looked at what today brought you, like, what could you bring? Well, what could be developed from no filter, no concern, no ego? What can be developed from that? If you had no filters, no concerns, no ego, like, who could you become? Who would you become? Like, who would you become? Like, really ask yourself and picture if you had no filter, no concerns, and no ego. Picture who you can become. See, it's the prison in our minds that nobody talks about. It's the prison in our minds when we take the mask off in our life that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about that. Like, how many versions of us exist? How many realities exist? A lot of them with the mask on. You got the filter on your face. It's clean as in your face. And it's based on something you did in the life that you once had. Like, are you gonna, like, what do you need validation for? A lot of the times, many times, I'm gonna say many times, we wear a mask. Yeah, I wore a mask for many years. I'm gonna be 100 with you. Like, I've been battle tested. I'm gonna tell you, when I think about mask, it's only a certain few people that's seen under my mask. Ebony was one. My late wife was one. And I wore this mask so for many years, but she's seen under it. And when she passed, it's like everything was like, wow. Like, life became real fast too. It became real fast. And I share that because of the fact that if you go your entire life wearing a mask, a filter, having a filter in your face, not being able to see who you really are, having thoughts, always having concerns for things that are not real, things that are not real in your mind, things that are not real. It's not real. Not to say your thoughts are not real. I'm not saying that. I'm moving like because my jaw is popping. I don't want you to talk about that. That is a whole different thing. It's going to go the whole time. You talking about Bible tests? I'll tell you, my jaw is dislocated. I don't know if I ever mentioned that before. My jaw is dislocated, and it's popping right now. So, you talk about battle tested. Imagine eating. Imagine trying to eat something. You talking about battle tested? I'm just going side note. Imagine eating something eating some chips or eating something, and your freaking jaw pops out of place. And you're like, what the? Like, you was not expecting it. Like, I've dealt with it for 10 plus years. So when it happened, I tend to just kind of adjust fire accordingly. And but it's popping right now. It's right here. It's on this side too. I actually get a disability for it. Yeah. That's crazy, right? It's crazy. When you say my jaw pops out of play, I gotta push it back, and yeah, I gotta actually move my jaw. It's wild. It's a wild experience. I'm not gonna do it right now because it probably freaks some people out. But like, who are you? Like, I'm in this class, right? I'm in this class. I think I mentioned a seminar. I'm in a seminar. It's called Being Fully Alive. Being Fully Alive seminar. And the seminar is we're doing an exercise right now. And it's, who are you? And you just gotta ask yourself who you are. Who are you for 3 to 5 minutes? For 3 to 5 minutes, ask yourself, who are you? No, who am I? Who am I? There you go. Who am I? You ask yourself, who am I? Ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Ask yourself, who am I? I want you to see the shirt, but like, who am I? Ask yourself, who am I? Or am I aware? Not seeking an answer, but who am I? And I say it all the time, like my journal. My journal was one of the things that helped guide me to the person I am today. And I wanted to have, my website up and running. That way you can just go and click. But, I'd rather have it complete than incomplete and give you guys half complete. But it's on the way. I know I've said that a while, but it's nice. I like it. But who am I? Who am I? Ask yourself that question for a moment. Am I aware of who? Like, just am I aware? Not even looking for an answer. No answer found. I'll tell you, your mind will continue to expand from such. See, we battle off these stories that we oftentimes have in our life. We battle off stories. It's the story that, it's just like, and prime example, I was talking to my guy earlier today, and talking to my guy, I said, hey, is that a story? All right, you got to think about it. Like, we create these stories in our head. Like, no, it's a story. Okay, cool. Okay, now I'm listening to a story right now. But you got listen to yourself. Like, what are the facts on it? What are the facts? What's the stories? See, if you go off of the stories, create a lot of stories. I can write a lot of books. Okay, I can write a lot of books. But we have these stories in our mind. We can write freaking New York Times best-selling author books. But we have these stories in our mind. We're not following who we are. Like, see, life has taken me to so many places that I never thought I'd go. I swear. Life has taken me a lot of different spaces. I tell you, man, like I when I look at life and all these things I've endured, I went through, right? It's like a tunnel. New York tunnel or Jersey tunnel or you know what I mean? Like, it's like a tunnel. You go through a tunnel. go through a tunnel, you got no lights on. And that's how I see life. I seen life just like that. It's like such. Like I've been through so many things. I've been in combat, I'm 40. I turned 40 next week, by the way. 41 next week. Turn 41 next week. But I've been through combat, I've been through loss, I've been through entrepreneurship, I've been through leadership, writing books, I have built companies, everything I've done, coaching people, coaching leaders, and leading stuff, in fraternities, it's so many experiences that I've created over my 40 years of life. Over my 40 years of life, I've created so many things. However, life's still gonna show you what it is. Like life still got the final vote or anything. So you wearing these masks and these filters on what your life should look like, or imagine you took the filter off. What would your reality look like? It's your reality. Your reality is your reality. You get what you get. You don't get what you don't get. Boom. You don't get what you don't get. See, oftentimes, I say oftentimes. When I say oftentimes, that's very distinct with my statement. And it's oftentimes. We wear this mask and this persona or this perceived notion that who we are when you don't even know. All right, we say we this or we that. Like the young people say, that's cap. Like the young people say, that's cap. That's cap. Like, quit saying you use something. Like, hey, be real with it. Because that's where your authenticity kicks in. Your authenticity, being authentic with yourself. Like, no, that's not who I am. Nope. Like, I've had to say that many times. No, that's not. Yeah, no. Like, be your truth. Be your truth. Be your truth. Be your truth. Create it. Be your truth. Be your truth. And stop editing your storyline. Be your truth and stop editing your storyline. Because the truth, what they say, I remember growing up with this statement, the truth would set you free. Yeah, the truth allows you to be, like I said, spiritual beings living a human experience. Imagine every time you filter your truth, you train the love. You train the world to love someone that doesn't exist. And so, you see, that's the reason why divorces, I would personally, is a subjective opinion. It's not an objective opinion. I'm going to get on that in a minute. But subjectively, I believe that majority of divorces happen because people are not living their truth. They're not. They wearing a mask. They walk in with a mask. No, you don't walk in with a mask. You walk in natural. Some people walk in with a mask. They just walk in with a mask. And then the person figure out who they are. So they walk in with a mask on. Walk in with a mask. and then the partner figure out that, man, you got a mask on. All right, I can't deal with that. See, here's my thing right here. If I just got certain things that I rock with, just principles and objectives on who I am as a person. Like once I clean up a lot of this stuff, that's why I came up with this right here. No filters, no concerns, no ego. Just imagine what your life looks like. You don't got to wear that mask no more. No filters, no concerns, no ego. Who are you? Here's the question. Why do we filter ourselves? If I had my whiteboard, I would write it on the board so you can get one. But why do we filter ourselves? Why do we value someone else's opinion more than we value our own experience? Why is that? Please share. If anybody got up in the comments, share with me. Let me know. I want to know. Why do we value people pleasing, opinionated people, subjective thoughts more than we value ourselves? Why is that? I have an idea. It could be subjective. Is it because we're responding to what happened instead of believing what happened? See, the facts are the facts. You got the facts. Hey, this happened. See, prime example. See an example here. Two people see a murder. Oh, it brings you a lot of joy, Amanda. Thank you for responding, Amanda. Being people pleasing is my love language. It brings me a lot of joy. Got it. By bringing you a lot of joy, yeah, it might bring you a lot of joy, but you're slowly diminishing who you are by other people's opinion. See, other people's opinion is subjective. It's a subject. There's no facts in that. Other people's opinion. There's no facts in other people's opinion, Amanda. But are you responding to what happened, or you believe in what happened? Like, see, objective reality. I'm gonna read it right here. Objective reality is what exists independent of your interpretation. It's the facts. The facts. We got the facts. Whatever the facts are. See the facts. If you see, I was about to give an example before Amanda came up. If you see a person get shot, hey, thank you. Hey, that's your subjective reality. That's your subjective reality right there. I respectfully disagree. The joy gets amazing, especially if it's a stranger. Hey, that's a subjective reality. Subjective reality. See, the objective reality is two people. One person got shot. You know, you think about when you go to clubs. Prime example, when you go to clubs. When you go to a club and somebody gets shot, and you start telling, like the police comes and they start telling, oh no, this is what happened. Oh no, this is what happened. And the police got to investigate. They got to go through and investigate. Check this out. Let me tell you, somebody that actually had to investigate cases or whatever. So, like, they had to go in there and investigate. Boom. That's why they had to get all these witnesses. Some of them stories are not, you ever think about it? A lot of those stories are not adding up. And the reason why they're not adding up is based on our subjective reality of what we've experienced and what we seen at that time. I got the board, I got the whiteboard, but I'm gonna use my hands. It's the subjective reality that we seen at that moment, based on our interpretation. Two people, they could have got fighting, boom, one got shot. And one person, they like, oh, he did that. He deserved that. Other person like, oh, he didn't really deserve it. But what's the objective reality? The objective reality, somebody got shot. Period. We were at this club. We got a response. Somebody got shot. Boom. It's not based on subjective reality. Your subjective reality is your subjective reality. You have the choice to have a subjective reality. Like today. Today is freaking July 17th. It's all facts on that. Right now it's 7:32. I mean 5:32. There's no debate in the Eastern time. Let me give you specific. Eastern time is 5:32 right now. There's no debating that. That's facts. That's the example of facts. Those are example of facts. And we got subjective. Like, I'm not gonna say that again. But your past experiences, your childhood experiences, your dad being in your life, your dad not being in your life, your expectations, your beliefs, your emotions, like your joy, your life. A large piece of your life is how you're perceived. It's a perception of what you see. It's a perception. Like, it's all a perception. See, for me, people pleasing, I did it for many years. But no, I don't do that anymore. Nope, I'm good. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with not doing it. That's okay for anybody else to do it. I'm okay with not doing it. See, two people can experience the same exact thing or the same event, but then they can have two separate realities in life. It's subjective. You have the subjective reality or perception. And that's the thing. Like, it's a prime example, right? Like, how many times have we got it? With your mom, your wife, your significant other, your friend, or they ask you this right here. Hey, bro, hit me up later on. I gotta holler at you about something. You instantly like, what you gotta holler at me about? What's going on? What you start asking questions like, I wonder what. Right? You start doing robot going up in a circle. You ever be like that? Sure, it's just your filter. It's your filter right there. You got the concerns in life. You got to it all is underneath. All underneath the gravels of life right there. Underneath the ground. When you lift that ground up, you get to see that. And you subject to reality. Like, but nothing can be wrong. Nothing got to be wrong. He's like, hey, I need to holler at you about something. So when you identify the facts, your interpretation of the facts, your beliefs, your results, your all that stuff dictates. All that stuff dictates where you go. You go left, you go right. See, I mentioned on here before too. I did. I had a choice. I had a choice, but not a choice. Okay, I'm gonna put it that way. I had a choice of this. Choose left. Choose left, boom, drugs, alcohol, DUIs, all that stuff. Boom. That's my subjective reality. I'm moving my mouth like this in my jaw. And my right was my kids, right? They were sitting there and they was crying and, sad. But then the facts. This is the facts. But that was my those are my realities based on. It's still my subjective reality because nobody else seen it. It was based on my thoughts. My thoughts. I actually got a pretty visual mind though. It helps and hurts me sometimes. So we got a reality over here. We got a reality over here. I get to choose what it is. See, my subjective reality was I thought life fucking sucked. I thought it would suck. I thought the world was crashing on me. Like I had went to school, went to the military, I had done all these things, and life still happened to me. And I was a victim. See, most people live in a subjective reality are victims. Majority, you know. You live in a subjective reality, you're a victim. Most of the times. Like if you start diving into it, I ain't gonna say everybody is. Everyone, let me correct myself. Because we all live in a subjective reality instead of objective reality. We're all not victims. However, when you start diving into that, you're opinionated. Like, oh, this is what you gotta look at it. Life, nothing wrong. We only make things wrong by our thoughts on what it is. We make it wrong. Like somebody show up at 12 o'clock in the morning. Somebody show up at 12 o'clock in the morning when they were supposed to be in at 11. It's nothing wrong. But the objective reality is, I told you a time. The facts of it. Subjective reality is, hey, when you start throwing in, man, I said this, you've been late multiple times, and you know, you out doing this, and this. You know, what if the tire caught on flat and the phone died? They couldn't call you. See, oftentimes many times we suffer reality nearly as often in meaning. Like we create meaning to it, and we attach meaning to everything. See, we're meaning making machines. Like let me tell you a little story. A little story is I actually went when I came out of the military. It was like, okay, what do I do? Do I stay in Arizona or do I go back to Atlanta? Of course, I got persuaded to come back to Atlanta, which was great. I'm so glad I came back to Atlanta because I got to experience a different life and all that stuff. But like my reality in Arizona is different from my reality in Atlanta. I love Arizona. I love Atlanta too. Besides the weather. I don't like the weather. Like DC just told me the weather is crazy right now. The weather ain't too better down here in Florida right now. But it's all good. But people, see, we suffer from meaning. See, we're meaning-making machines. See, oh yeah, I know what I was about to say. See, I could have made that mean something. It's like, okay, cool. But also when I went to Iraq in 2006, I lived with it. Like I went out there and I went to Iraq in 2006 to 7. I made it mean a lot. I was young, 22 years old. Came back, got married, won a lot of awards, did a lot of things. Man, the next 7 years of my life was crazy. Bananas. Those 6 years of my life was crazy bananas. Crazy and bananas. Both of them. Mixed together. It's crazy and bananas. It was an interesting time. Your feelings, I don't want you to take away from what I'm saying right here, that your feelings and your experiences don't matter. Because they are so real. They are so real. Like your feelings, emotions, your experiences, they absolutely matter. It's your interpretation of the conversation. It's just the interpretation. What is your interpretation of it? What are the facts? Look at the facts. What are the facts? Hey, check this out. This happened, period. Like, that's how we got to start. This happened, period. Now, oh, you did this, and you did. No, this happened, period. You lied, period. You on some bullshit, period. For real. You on some bullshit, period. And you got to start saying that. All right. And not a whole story on why this happened, that happened, this happened, and that happened. You on some bullshit, period. And let me tell you, when I say no concerns, I don't mean I stop caring about people. It means stop allowing the fear of judgment to control your choices. That's all it is. People pleasing. Fear of judgment. I would rather diminish myself than be self-abandoned. Like, I don't need nobody to prove I got my own. That's how I look at it now. I don't need nobody else's approval. I got my own. Like, I heard something before, and I took it with me. I take it with my life every day. If you want somebody's opinion, you gotta want their lifestyle. You want their opinion, you gotta have their lifestyle. Like, I don't want a lot of these people's lifestyle, so fuck your opinion. Your opinion don't mean nothing to me. Like, when you give concerns, you allow other people concerning to be in that space of you putting their opinion over your opinion. You know, I'll tell you a story. Back when I was third grade, I think I mentioned it before on here. I got bullied a lot. Well, a little bit, not a lot. I got bullied a little bit. And it was my reality at the time was I didn't know, like, so I didn't want to get in front of people. So it's been a year. Hey, DC, I want to tell you though, it's been a year since we've been knowing each other, King. It's been a year. We'll talk about that later though. We just hit a year, and that's when DC asked me if I want to have a podcast, and I was like, wow, whoa, am I ready for that? Boom. But I took some time to thought. I didn't take too long. I didn't take too long. It was probably around this time when I hit him back. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Let's do it. And we're here now. We are here now. We are here now. See, the moment, like, quit asking other people for permission. I don't need nobody else's permission. I got my own. Who permission are you asking for? See, the moment you require someone else's permission is the moment you give your power away. And the biggest thing is your life starts. Your life starts. Your life starts when permission ends. See, your life starts when you stop asking people for permission. Like, man, oh, what my people might think of me. Like, well, I don't give a fuck what you gonna think about me. Like, I asked myself this question earlier today. Like, is other people's opinion gonna pay something? No. That's when your transformation starts too. That's where the transformation happens though. Transformation happens right there. your transformation, when you get all that stuff out the way, you get it all out the way. Get it all out the way. It's like fog. You get that fog out the way. Get the ego out the way. Get the get the crap out the way. Like that. I already know that. Like what? How do you know? You shut the front door. Shut the front door. That's what I'm saying. Shut the front door. Shut the front door. See, growth show. See, I was telling my boy earlier today, man. I was telling him, a young guy about to head off to college. I'm telling him, like, dude, sometimes you gotta start opening up your you don't listen. You gotta open up your ears. Stop talking so much. I already know. Like, mind you, right? I get this dope person. I actually might bring him on the show. We're gonna talk, man. He won't talk about that. But imagine this. If my ego is so big, that I went in that conversation. Like we give each other time. You know, I'm sure I give him time to really just have a down-to-earth conversation with somebody, a mentor. And I also contribute back to that. Contribute back to the same relationship. But just imagine, like, if my ego was so big where, like, oh man, you know, I ain't worried about him or whatever. You know, I'm looking to learn something. Right? I put my you got something I don't know. That's how my brain thinks. You got something I don't know. So put that to the side. Put that little ego. I heard this guy, my guy. He said, I'm walking my dog. He said, my mind, I'm walking my dog. I'm walking my dog. It was so cool when he said that. He said, like, no, I'm open to everything. He said, I'm walking my dog. Like I don't know everything. It's 8.2 billion people in the world. I don't know everything. You might know something I don't know. I'm willing to learn. My life is meant for purpose and impact. That's what I'm here for. Purpose and impact. So if he can be able to download some stuff to unlock a whole different level of branding, so I can come out here and I can freaking pour it into the podcast, absolutely. See, your purpose is to transform you, and your ego is to protect you. I repeat, your purpose is to transform, and your ego is to protect your identity. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, for me, I'm here for purpose. Like, my purpose. Like, what is my purpose in the world? Like, that's what I'm discovering. Continue to discover. Like, a year, man. I'm just so excited because my podcast on August 15th is a year that I launched the podcast. Like I mentioned, oh my gosh, that day was crazy. I could write a book about that day. It's so cool that a year later, we here and in person. We had some in-person shows. We've had some. I'm just willing to say, man, I don't know what I don't know. I'm just willing to say that. Like I'm okay with saying it because you know what? That helps you to be extraordinary. When you can say you don't know something, that unlocks something. That unlocks a different version of you. It does. Because you get the chance to be extraordinary. Even if you know something. Somebody else might know something a little bit technique. Like you got two plumbers in the world, right? You got two plumbers in the world. One plumber probably done commercial plumbing. The other one probably did residential plumbing. All plumbers are not the same. Hopefully that was a good analogy right there. Like, think about that though. Like, but just be extraordinary. See, extraordinary people don't wake up different. They just make a difference. See? And if you got a pen and paper, not driving, you got a pen and paper, I want you to write down this right here. Okay, cool. So, I'm no longer blank. I am no longer blank. Starting today, whatever today is, the conversation I must have is blank. The dream I refuse to apologize for is blank. Who must I become? See, remember this, extraordinary people don't wake up different. They just make a difference. Extraordinary people don't wake up different. It's a choice. It's a commitment to being different. Extraordinary people are just extraordinary people. And it's okay to be extraordinary. It's okay to be ordinary. It's okay to be ordinary. Extraordinary people don't wake up different though. They just wake up. I mean, they don't wake up different. They just make a difference. And that's key. With consistency, with discipline, determination, and commitment. So, if you will, write down no filter, no concerns, no ego. No filter, no concerns, no ego. And then write, who am I at the bottom of that? No filters, no concerns, no ego. And then write, who am I at the bottom of that? No filters, no concerns, no ego. Who am I? Who am I? Like, really, who am I? If I had no filters, no concerns, and no ego. Just slowly and intentionally having no filters, no concerns, no ego. Imagine what this world will look like. Imagine what the world will look like if people stop performing so much and start becoming more. Stop performing and start becoming. Imagine the parents. Imagine business owners. What they get to create. Imagine leaders creating, not needing validation. And sales it's not a validation of anything. Communities are built with courage. And, we're out to create in the world. One conversation at a time. Imagine we got a lot of people that wakes up extraordinary. See, extraordinary people don't wake up different. They just make a difference. What if you just stop filtering who you are and just be it? Being fully alive. Who are you? Like, who am I? Ask yourself that question. Who am I? With no concerns. No concerns to what other people might think. Not people pleasing, not searching for anything, not having a subjective reality. But like, who am I? Just ask yourself that question. What comes up for? What's the first thought that comes up? For me, let me tell you what comes up for me. I am extraordinary. I am extraordinary. Yeah, just release your concerns on what life looks like. What do you think life like? Show up. Just show up fully. Like you showed up fully. Like life don't ask you if you're ready for something. Like, but you gotta ask yourself, are you ready for something? Like, like life ain't gonna ask you if you're ready. Life is gonna expect you to be ready. You think about it. Here's a prime example. Like, say if somebody got cancer, they end up getting bone cancer, or they end up getting blood cancer. Life ain't gonna say, "Hey, are you ready for this right now? Hey, you ready?" No. Or you get a death, an unexpected death. Life ain't gonna say, "Hey, bro, you ready?" No. Life ain't gonna say that. Are you willing? Are you willing? Willing? Are you willing? Are you willing? Are you open to it? Just be open. No concerns, no filter. Like no filter, no concerns, no ego. Just be about purpose and change and courage and expanding who you are as a person. So I'm gonna ask you one question. What story have I accepted in my reality that actually is only a perception? What story have I accepted that's only a perception? I want you to take that thought and bring it back the next show. I won't have a show next week because next Saturday is my birthday. I'm turning 41 next Saturday. So I won't have a show next week. However, following week, 31st. All right, so follow me on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0. Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 on IG and TikTok. Follow me on Mr. Diamond Inc. 2.0 on IG and TikTok. Follow me also. Subscribe to Battle Tested. What doesn't break you builds your brain. Battle Tested. What doesn't break you builds your brain. I want you to sit with that question though. Just sit with it. You ain't got to answer it. What story have I accepted as a reality that is actually just my perception? What story have I accepted as a reality that is actually only a perception? Just know it's always a pleasure, because it's one day at a time, one moment at a time. See you out there. Hey, easy. Deuces.